Hey everybody, how's it going? Thanks for watching. My name's Cliff, and I'm addicted to orange amps. Every single morning, I wake up at the crack of dawn and I just crank out some rock and roll on my orange amps. I'm just kidding, but could you imagine that? My neighbors would absolutely hate me. Anyway, today I'm going to be playing the Orange Micro Dark because Orange is one of my favorite companies and I want to see how heavy this little sucker can go. This guitar here is equipped with humbucking pickups and it is tuned a half step down, and the low E is actually C sharp, so it's like it's in drop D but a half step down because it gives it that extra oomph. Now of course we could always tune lower than that, but you don't really need to go lower than that for something to sound heavy, and in this video I hope that I can prove that with the Micro Dark. Now I think this amp is fuzzier. I think this amp is a little bit more fuzzy than its big brother, the Orange Rocker Verb 50, which has a little bit more clarity maybe, a little bit more balls, a little bit more depth, but it's still a fantastic little amp. And this little thing is unsuspecting, right? You could put this on a 412 cabinet and nobody would ever suspect a little guy. That's always how it is. Listen, I know better than anybody. I'm 5'3" and nobody ever suspects me. I don't know what they would suspect me of doing, but nobody ever does it. There are multiple levels of gain staging in this amp, which make it pretty cool. So let's start at 1 right here, and I'll put the EQ in the middle. That's what the shape knob is, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But here is with low amount of gain. That's nothing really special. In fact, it's kind of quiet. Doesn't really do anything for me there. Let's boost that gain up and see what it does at around 11 o'clock. We're gonna get a little bit more warmth, a little bit more juice out of this, hopefully. Oh, indeed. Already you can hear a lot of that warm low end come in, and that's really what I'm looking for with a good rock tone, because that's what I do most of on my channel, rock and roll stuff. And I like it. I wouldn't have it any other way. And again, we can shape that EQ. Let's bring that up a little bit, and I think that'll add a little bit of high end. Let's see how that sounds. That sounds nice, but I think that we can bring the gain up just a little bit. Bringing the gain up to about 12 o'clock is going to give us a decent amount, a little bit of extra damage on our attack rolls. Orange has to be like every stoner rock band's dream amp, because they just do that sludgy, fuzzy, like headbangy thing so well. It's just, they capture that. It's like they know their audience loves that kind of thing. That's not super clear high fidelity gain, but more of this fuzzy kind of punch behind it. And I think that they do a fantastic job at that. And even to keep this video extra orangey, I'm actually running this through an orange cab, a single 112 that I have. And of course, paired together, it's just like the next level amount of orange. How fantastic. I tried to think of something that rhymes with orange right there. Borange. It's a 10 levels of borange here. Let's take that gain and bring it up, because I'm thinking this thing is actually going to get pretty heavy. Very cool. We're finally starting to get to some high levels of gain that I'm excited about on this amp, and you should be excited about it as well. By the way, today's video is sponsored by me. So if you like orange amps and guitars and all things rock and roll, do me a favor. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more of my content. Oh, you can actually hear like a noise floor start to come in when I put that gain level up. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I want to see how heavy this thing can actually go. Let's crank it all the way up. In my opinion, this amp is not meant to go clean. This is an amp that you kind of want to have a little bit of gain and a little bit of dirt. And this is only through a 112 cab, and it does a fantastic job, if you will. I'm a big fan of that. Okay, should we do the single coil test? Yeah, we should. Hold on, let me get my single coil guitar right up here. Because we know what it can do in a metal setting. We know it can do the metal setting with the humbuckers. But can this amp withhold test of single coils, Fender single coils, like that twangy sound? I think it probably can. But first I'm going to attach my guitar strap so I don't drop it. God, I love orange amps so much though. So you hear that? That's the sound of single coil, baby. That's what we love. Just total noise injection. Well, the Telly is really cool because it gives it that kind of single coil spank, but with a bunch of dirt on the ass of it. That was a weird sentence. Telly gives it that kind of spankiness to it, though. I really like that. I think it does pass the single coil test. Like I said, it is a little fuzzy, but it sounds good. The only thing with the Telly is, of course, you get that, which is super annoying. We can go into the middle position, that kind of out of phase. So yeah, that's the max level heavy fuzz that you can get out of this thing, and even with a single coil, I think it does a fantastic job. Let me know what you think. As a bonus for sticking around through this whole video, here's a quick shot of my rock and roll dog, Callie. She just likes to chill and listen to me play guitar. I love her so much. If you love her and you want to support this channel, please subscribe and give a like on this video. By the way, I did a video on shooting this amp out between the Rocker Verb 50 here, which I have, and I'll do a separate whole video on that real soon. But if you're interested in that, be sure to check that out in this little video that I think is going to pop up on the end. At least I hope it pops up, as long as the YouTube programming works. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Cliff. This is Riff with Cliff, and I'll see you guys the next time that I see you. Peace.